What if I told you that the crushing weight you feel, that constant sense of being overwhelmed by modern life stress, isn't a burden you must carry alone? Shocking, right? So many of us navigate our days with this invisible anchor, a heavy heart silently screaming for real relief. It's a deeply human cry, this desperate, almost primal quest for inner peace amidst the relentless, spinning chaos of our world. Picture your typical morning. The alarm shrieks, and instantly, the daily burdens flood your mind. Relentless work demands, pressing family needs, that familiar knot of anxiety tightening its grip in your chest. It's utterly exhausting. But here's a challenging thought, a potential game changer. What if passively accepting this exhausting state is actually the heaviest part of your load? Deep down, don't we all crave genuine lightness, a tangible whisper of hope? The incredible, almost secret truth is that path to freedom genuinely exists. If these feelings resonate deeply, if that ache feels intensely personal, perhaps the real question isn't if we can find peace, but how we begin to courageously uncover the true sources of what's really weighing us down, those invisible chains we might not even realize are holding us captive. So, we're diving deep, right? Unmasking those invisible chains, that heavy emotional weight that secretly dictates your days. Identifying your specific burdens is the first explosive secret to shattering their hold. You ready for this? Ever feel like you're juggling a dozen invisible weights, each one screaming urgent? That's the relentless mental load. Let's actually name them. Think about that constant work stress, those looming deadlines that haunt your sleep, the pressure of impossible expectations from your boss. Can you physically feel that? Then, there are the heart-tugging family struggles, the silent worry for loved ones, the tangled web of relationship complexities, or that draining feeling of being stretched impossibly thin by everyone's needs. It's a massive, often unseen weight. And what about that pervasive, quiet hum of personal anxiety? That shadow of fear and doubt always whispering you're not good enough, you'll inevitably fail. It's a heavy, suffocating cloak. Here's an astonishing truth many dangerously miss. It's often not the one big, dramatic crisis, but the slow, insidious burn of tiny, persistent worries, that agonizing death by 1,000 cuts, that truly crushes your spirit and steals your joy. Each worry adds another pebble to your already heavy load. Society might scream, just tough it out. But is that genuine strength, or are we just quietly surrendering our well-being, our very peace of mind? Really makes you think, doesn't it? But here's the game changer. Acknowledging these daily burdens, the work stress, complex family struggles, the gnawing anxiety, all that crippling fear and doubt, isn't about wallowing in negativity. No way. It's your most powerful, profoundly liberating first step towards actual freedom. It's courageously saying, "This is real, and I see it." And that, my friend, is precisely where your true power begins to ignite. Seriously, we've stared these common struggles down. They're undeniably real, incredibly intense. But what if there's an ancient key, a secret weapon, if you will, not just for merely enduring, but for finding an unbelievable, steadfast champion right there beside you? Could a genuine source of real, life-altering strength be ready to step in and help you carry that emotional weight right now? You asked if a genuine source of real, life-altering strength could actually step in and help you carry that emotional weight right now. The answer might just astound you. It's an emphatic yes. What if the biggest, most terrifying storms you're facing, those moments threatening to completely drown you, weren't meant to destroy you, but to shockingly reveal a spiritual anchor, an unshakable refuge you never knew you possessed? This isn't mere wishful thinking. It's the very essence of God's deliverance. This spiritual anchor is your lifeline when everything else gives way. Consider the raw power in these ancient words from Psalm 34, verse 17. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Now, here's the almost secret backstory, the part that gives it such incredible teeth. This isn't just beautiful poetry. The story behind Psalm 34. It was forged in the blistering fire of actual, life-or-death desperation by someone pushed to their absolute limit. It's a battle-tested truth about divine rescue when all other hope seemed extinguished. Imagine that raw cry for help met by unbelievable deliverance. Powerful stuff, right? Then there's this breathtaking assurance from Isaiah 43 verse 2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. Picture yourself facing those overwhelming floodwaters, fear, uncertainty, despair. And yet you're not swept away. You stand firm. Why? Because of that promised constant presence, that active divine help. It's so easy to feel utterly alone when deep in faith and adversity, to think these ancient promises are just words. But what if the most radical, game-changing belief is that this help is for you, right here, right now? So, this promise of an ever-present deliverer, this unshakable spiritual anchor, it's incredibly real and potent. But knowing a promise exists is one thing. Actually experiencing that divine help in your own life, well, that's where the real magic happens, isn't it? How do we bridge that chasm between knowing and truly living it? Is there a direct line, a kind of spiritual hotline, to tap into this incredible divine assistance when our own strength is totally spent? Could the key be an action so fundamental, so universally available, yet so profoundly transformative that many of us tragically overlook its true power every single day? That universally available, yet often tragically overlooked action we just teased. You might be shocked by its profound simplicity. What if the most powerful tool for change, your direct line to divine assistance, isn't some complex strategy, but an honest conversation you can start right now? Yes, we're talking about the undeniable power of prayer. Forget stuffy rituals or needing a manual. Prayer isn't about perfect performance. It's real, unfiltered spiritual communication. Skeptical? Many are. But here's a mind-blowing insight from the psychology of prayer. Simply articulating your burdens in sincere prayer can trigger surprising psychological shifts. It's like naming the chaos, your fears, your anxieties, actually begins to tame it, even before you feel an external answer. Pretty amazing, right? So, how does this practical path to surrendering burdens work? Picture intentionally handing over those crushing financial anxieties, releasing those tangled relational knots, that heavy self-doubt. You acknowledge the struggle. This is hard. I need help. Then actively release that anxiety, asking for freedom, for a healing touch. You're not just thinking about it. You're engaging in active spiritual communication. And the most liberating, almost secret part, it's not about perfect words. Seriously. The true power of prayer ignites with a sincere prayer from an honest heart. That's it. No fancy language needed. Imagine the relief, the connection, when you grasp it's that straightforward. This isn't a last resort. It's your first line of profound support. Don't miss out on this. This power of prayer, then, is your bridge to divine help, a tangible way of surrendering burdens and releasing anxiety to find that healing touch. But let's be brutally honest. What about those relentless battles within, the self-sabotage, the haunting past failures, that inner critic screaming you're not good enough? Can a simple conversation, however sincere, truly silence those deep-seated struggles? Is there a grace powerful enough for that kind of radical inner shift? That critical question about conquering your deepest inner demons, that relentless mental warfare? The answer is a resounding, earth-shattering yes. There is a grace powerful enough for that radical inner shift you crave. Because the toughest battles you face aren't external. They rage within the landscape of your own mind. But what if for this exact war, you've been given an unbreakable shield and an unshakable ally? We mean those crippling inner struggles, the worries hijacking your sleep, the barrage of negative thoughts, past failures whispering, "You're not enough," that crushing inadequacy. It's exhausting, right? But then, God's truth cuts through. Psalm 9:1 isn't just poetry. It's your personal declaration of a divine refuge, an impenetrable fortress. Imagine activating that spiritual armor now. And here's the mind-bending secret, the paradox of weakness from 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 that flips the script. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Get this, admitting I can't isn't failure. It's the very point where God's unstoppable grace and power flood in to secure your spiritual victory. Stunning, isn't it? This is the ultimate turning point. Those negative thoughts, that feeling of inadequacy, they scream loud, but God's grace, His presence, screams louder. Christ already won the definitive victory over everything that diminishes you. That victory is your birthright. Claim it. Imagine the shift from anxious striving to resting in His unshakable strength. It's a complete transformation from self-doubt to radiant self-acceptance, infused with a profound, mind-renewing peace only God gives, forging true mental resilience. This isn't a fantasy, it's your potential reality if you dare to believe it. This profound inner victory, this incredible renewal, is too potent to hoard. This newfound peace, this unshakable strength, it's designed to overflow. So, the thrilling next question is, how does your personal healing, your spiritual victory, become a radiant light that touches and transforms the world around you? So, how does your amazing inner victory become a radiant light transforming the world around you? Imagine your newfound peace isn't a private treasure to hoard, but a brilliant light designed to be shared. What happens when your healing journey ignites genuine hope in others? It's truly profound, starting a powerful ripple effect. This is where intercessory prayer shines. Feel helpless seeing loved ones struggle. Praying for them, friends, family, your community, is an unbelievably potent act of faith. You're inviting God's deliverance and healing touch into their lives, actively sharing blessings. Stories abound of such prayers sparking tangible change, proving its impact. And here's another game changer, gratitude. Sounds simple. The incredible secret is, cultivating gratitude, even amid struggles, literally rewires your brain to see more good, more blessings everywhere. It shifts your perspective, fuels your peace. Powerful, right? This isn't just positive thinking, it's a dynamic spiritual tool you can use daily. This aligns with God's awesome promise in Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Here's a God's plan for you, plans for hope and a future. Trust His unfailing love and guidance. This hope for the future and vision for community healing grow as we share our light. Your journey impacts many. So, you're armed. You understand burdens, connect with your deliverer, know prayer's power, and feel God's grace. Your heart is expanding with gratitude and hope for others. Fantastic. But the biggest question still looms. What now? How do we not just experience fleeting peace, but truly live it daily, stepping boldly into that brighter future God has for us all? So, that critical question, how do you live this peace daily after our spiritual journey from identifying burdens to finding your deliverer, unlocking prayer, embracing grace, and learning to share your light? The beautiful truth, real freedom, an unburdened life brimming with profound peace isn't a distant fairy tale. It's absolutely attainable right now because God's powerful deliverance and His unwavering love are constantly available. But knowing isn't where true change happens, is it? The magic of new beginnings, your hopeful future, sparks when you courageously move from understanding to active, daily practice. This is your personal call to action. Don't just passively read about this incredible living in peace. Actively choose it. Decide today, right now. Take one small, intentional step. What will it be? A quiet moment of honest prayer. Jotting down one thing you feel gratitude for. Sharing this spark of hope. Your journey to a lighter heart ignites with that single, brave step. So, what will yours be? Don't let this moment pass. Step boldly into your light. Embrace this unburdened life. Each new day dawns as a fresh promise, a divine invitation to live fully, joyfully, forever held by an everlasting, empowering love. You are meant for this.